Ever since I have decided to really work on myself, to work on my skill set, and to build a business, I've come to realize one problem. And that is, I was asked a lot about my social life. Every time, whenever my friends or family see me, they will surely ask these questions. Questions like, hey, I don't see you post a lot on Instagram or Facebook. Like, do you even hang out? And hey, Joshua, do you even have friends? And my answer to that is that I guess no. And I guess that's the price that I have to pay to take a different path, like not having any social life. Well, it's not up to an extent that I really don't have social life, but I decided to choose which is the social life that I really want. And I think this is actually something very usual, like very common. It is always lonely when you are taking a different path than most people out there. And no offense, but most people would rather spend their time sitting on a couch, playing games, and lying on a bed and not doing anything. Now, of course, I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I'm just saying that that is not the path that I have decided to take on. And there's one time that one of my friends was talking to me. So he brought up a question like, I don't see you hang out a lot, like, don't you just get bored? And to tell you the truth, every day, especially on weekend itself, the moment I see my friends or my family is hanging out there, like having fun, having laughter and enjoying the moments, I got so jealous. Because I spend most of my weekends staying in the library or hiding in my workstations to work on my stuff. No Netflix, no partying, no drinking, just book, content creations and business strategy planning. While my friends are enjoying, I'm probably just putting my face down and working my ass off. That's what I do. I work whenever they are working, and I work whenever they are enjoying, and I work whenever they are sleeping. That's the price that I have to pay, and that is the price that you have to pay as well if you have decided to start your own business while having a 9-to-5 job. And of course, it doesn't mean that you have to be a full-time workaholic, but at least in the beginning, forget about work-life balance, especially when you are working on a job and yet you want to start your own business. Work, life, that is not going to balance. You know, back in a few years ago when I have decided to start a business, I always think that once I start the business, I get to work only 4 hours a day or maybe 2 hours a day. And when I really started the business, it got so funny because that is not true at all. Instead of just working on 8 hours, I have to work like 24/7. And of course, it's not like every minute I'm working on a technical stuff, but most of the time you have to really think about the strategy, how do you do the sales, how do you do the marketing, and how do you generate more leads and all this kind of thing. So instead of working 8 hours, you are actually working like 24/7. Here is what I believe. In life, it is all about give and takes. So in order to take on something, you have to actually sacrifice something. For me personally, I would rather sacrifice like those useless conversations and endless gossip night, because it's not really doing me any good, and yet it's draining my energy and give me so much negativity in life, which I don't want it at all. And of course, I'm not asking you to stop gossiping with your friends and all these things. If you have decided to do that, by all means, go with it. I'm just saying that it is not the path that I've decided to take on, and it is certainly not the things that I want in life. If you have decided to take on a different path, most probably you are going to take the journey on yourself. Like, you are going to be alone. So you really have to learn how to be alone without being lonely. Because I'm sure along the journey, you are going to meet some new friends. Friends who empower you, and friends who hold you accountable, and friends who encourage you to get back up when you fall. So I'm going to end these short videos with a quote that I like the most from the $1 trillion man, Mr. Dan Pena. Show me your friends and I will show you your future. Until then, let's be more successful.